Hi, this is Dottie with Premium Websites and AskDottie.com, and today we are interviewing Tim Adams. He is the president of Tomato Productions, and his specialty is corporate video. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here, and I'm looking forward to this interview.
All right, so let's just get right to it. So I'm dying to know, what is the difference between a professional videographer and an amateur producing a video?
Yeah, I get this question all the time. And, you know, the average person may know a lot of technical information. You know, how to white balance the camera, how shutter speed affects depth of field, and just technical know-how. What they're not going to know is the why. Why do you make certain decisions? Why do you compose and frame a shot a certain way? Why do you white balance a certain way for a certain look? And, you know, how you choose one shot versus another, a close-up versus a wide shot, and why screen direction is important, continuity and story arc, and so on. Professionals have to be mindful of both the technical and the artistic. And just because someone has a camera does not necessarily mean they have the capacity or the ability to know how to use it in a professional way. That's the short answer.
Perfect. So now, as a business owner, I'm curious, what kind of video do I actually need for my website?
Oh, man. This is another question I get a lot. And it's really hard to narrow it down to just one or two, but I think a good place to start is a landing page video that has the CEO or maybe an actor that puts a face to your brand, number one, but is also very welcoming and warm and says, hey, you know what, we understand that your time is valuable and that your patronage is valuable. And so we're going to make you feel welcome. We're going to do everything we can to establish a good reputation of service up front. So that's really the benefit of a landing page video. And then...
So just one second.
Sure.
Now, I know what a landing page is, but can you let our audience know what you mean by a landing page video?
Sure. So let's say that I'm marketing a product, and I want to hit a certain group on Facebook, and so I pay for a bunch of Facebook advertising, and they say, oh yeah, okay, let's click on through to that. The landing page video is what the customer or the viewer will see first. So that's their introduction to you, to your brand, to your company. And from there, that video is what drives them to say, oh yeah, I want to learn more. And so it's fairly important to do it correctly and do it right, and to have a professional do that. Does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on from that, I'm a personal believer in the About Us video, and that's fairly new, and it's not really so much a marketing piece so much as, you know what, we have an About Us section on our webpage, but instead of just boring you with static text that never gets updated, we're going to introduce you to our company, to the staff, to the people that you're going to be interfacing with, and really, again, show you that we care about what you're looking to find out about our company. So we're also, again, going to put a face or faces to the company. We're going to tell you our history. We're going to tell you what we do and why we do it, and about the culture that our company tries to foster. So that's the About Us video. From there, I mean, the sky's the limit. You can, I mean, that's your foundation. And once you have a strong foundation, you can build on that with customer testimonials, product demonstrations, staff bio videos, even Hangouts on Air to provide instructional videos on how to use a product or a service. You can interview industry leaders to say, hey, you know what, we're really in this industry. It's not that we're just playing around in it. We know the industry leaders, and we're going to provide value to you by interviewing them and giving you access to them. Or even video blogs. You know, I mean, videos are just so powerful in education, in marketing. I mean, I just don't understand why you wouldn't use it.
So it's a lot like a website. Once you get one, you got to keep going.
Right.
It's like you're always adding to your website. Okay. So I guess that kind of plays into my next question, and that is, what do I actually do with the video once I have it?
That's an excellent question, and one that a lot of business owners struggle with. You know, they say, I've got this great video, what do I do with it? Obviously, putting it on your website is kind of a given. You know, you have to have it on your website. YouTube is also a great resource. It's the second largest search engine in the world, second to Google, who also owns YouTube. So that's a very good outlet. But you know, put it on Vimeo, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, a blog if you have one. Put it in an email marketing campaign. I mean, those are all great outlets. There's even services that will, for a nominal fee, will put it out to hundreds of outlets, blogs, newsletters. They'll do press releases. They'll put it up on all social media outlets. I mean, really, the sky's the limit. But the one thing that is very unique about video is that it never dies. It's 24/7. So for that one-time investment, you know, it's up there for as long as you want it up there and is being spread around. And if you produce it properly and it's part of a comprehensive marketing strategy, that video can be evergreen for you. And there, as far as I know, there's no other marketing medium that allows that kind of flexibility.
So it kind of leads into my last question. So we've produced the video, we've put it on our website, we've put it out to where, you know, all the places that you mentioned, but how does that actually drive traffic to my website?
Another excellent question, Dottie. And frankly, the number one thing that's going to drive traffic with a video is if it's good. If it has compelling content that resonates with your target audience, then they are going to do everything they can to let people that they know that this video exists or that your company exists. And there's really 5 basic things about video that are really nice. They're benefits, if you will. First off, video is searchable. I'm not sure how many searches you have done or the people that are watching have done in the last week, but I'm sure that video has come up in at least a few of them. Google is really liking video, and there are a lot of people out there just putting content out. There's a concept called the long tail, and that is if you produce content for a specific audience, at some point they will find it. That's been part of a distribution strategy for independent films for a long, long time, and it can definitely work for you. Now, obviously, you don't want to produce a video and have it 2 years down the road your audience finally finds it. So there is some marketing and research to do in that regard. But the fact is, people are looking for video content because it's so rich. It's dynamic. It can be interactive, and it doesn't have to be necessarily extremely high professional broadcast, or not professional, but broadcast quality. You know, you can have just a video blog from a webcam that you do every day, every week, and people will enjoy that as long as, again, the content is compelling and relevant. Your audience is going to like it. So, secondly, video is extremely easy to share. I mean, again, in the last week, how many videos have you seen shared on Facebook or Google Plus or social media?
A lot.
Yeah, exactly, because, I mean, it's 1, 2, maybe 3 clicks, and it's shared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's free advertising. If you can get people to share your video, that's free advertising that you don't have to pay for. And, you know, any business owner is going to know that word of mouth is your most powerful form of advertising. So, you know, you put it on your website, obviously, but the whole point is to get it outside of your website to drive traffic to your website. So again, that's where all of these email marketing campaigns, put it up on blogs, on all the social media outlets, pointing back to the one place, and that is your website, because that's going to drive traffic. And again, make a video that resonates with your audience, and they will share it. It's as simple as that.
So the key is to know what your target market's looking for.
Exactly. Number 3, according to Marketing Profs, which is an independent marketing resource, 81% of marketing executives are now using online video content in their strategies, which is staggering. The simple question is, why are they using it? Because it works. I mean, you would not see that kind of percentage if it wasn't working. Now, again, you've got to do your research. You can't just say, oh, let's produce a video and then expect it to drive a whole bunch of new traffic to your website. You got to do your research. You got to find out number one, who your market is, number two, what they're interested in, and number three, come up with a unique and creative way of creating content that not only will be dynamic, but will make them want to know more. Number five, search engines love video. It's organic. It's brutally honest. You can't lie with video. In search engine optimization, some of the old hat tricks, if you will, relied on keyword density and really trying to game Google to increase your search rankings, or make yourself higher in the rankings. And with video, it just doesn't work that way. And Google's constantly, and Google's not the only one. Search engines, Bing and the others are constantly changing their algorithms to be more organic, to be more authentic, because that's what people want. They don't want results that are just junk. They want something that's relevant to them. And that's what the search engines, they have to do what they're doing. They have to constantly update themselves to try and deliver that, because if they don't deliver that, then people will stop using them. So,
yep.
If people like the content, it's going to rank better. And if not, it will tank. And like I said, it's organic and it's measurable, without a lot of back-end work on your part, which is really cool. With SEO, you got to hire somebody that really knows what they're doing, that really knows and understands the right way to get higher ranking. But with video, maybe you don't have to, but maybe do a little transcription or summary and attach it to your YouTube video that you uploaded, and that's really it. Then just share the heck out of it, and see what happens. And if people are resonating with it, the numbers won't lie.
Perfect. Well, Tim, is there one last thing that you'd like to say to the audience before we sign off today?
I honestly don't see a reason not to be using video. And honestly, to be not using video in this modern day and age, I just really don't see that as an option. Because if you're not going to be doing it, then you got to know that your competition is.
Great. So what I heard you say throughout this whole thing is that you offer corporate videos.
Yep.
A couple other options is to do a hangout like what we're doing now, and then maybe a production video of some sort, and video testimonials.
Yeah, those are huge.
Great. Well, this has been Dottie with Premium Websites interviewing Tim Adams of Tomato Productions. Hope you learned exactly what you were looking for.
Thanks, Dottie.